Jai Hind friends, today we have brought a very popular book, Million Dollar Habits, written by renowned author Brian Tracy. Introduction. Do you want to be a millionaire? If so, you should read this book. It is not impossible. It is not a hopeless dream. Many people have done it before you. They came from poor families. They have little education. They have no special skills, yet they have overcome all these challenges and succeeded. You can do it too. No matter who you are or where you come from, you can be a millionaire. What you need is to learn the habits of millionaires. Successful people have good habits, while unsuccessful people have bad habits. This book will teach you all the habits you need to practice in order to become a millionaire. You are what you do. Think of the most successful people you know. What is it that they have? What makes them a lot more successful than you? You are where you are in life today because of you. Your present is the result of all the actions, choices, and the decisions that you have made so far in the past. These same decisions will also shape your future. If so, you want to become very successful, that is up to you. There is no limit to what you can be except that limit which you impose on yourself. You can take control of your success. It all depends on the thoughts, the words, and the actions that you have starting from now on. 95% of what you do every day is the result of habit. Successful people practice and repeat successful habits. That is what makes them different. You can start with these habits too. Remember that bad habit can be unlearned and good habits can be learned. George Washington is the first president of the USA. When he was still a teenager, he saw a book entitled The Rules of Civility and Decent Behavior. He wrote down all the 110 rules in his little notebook. Every day, he read them and tried to practice them one by one. Because of that book, he developed good habits. He applied those rules every day since he was a teenager. And so when he started a career in politics, the good behavior became automatic for him. Practice and repeat. By doing so, you will also have good habits. Where your habits come from? There are 20 million neurons in your brain. Each of them is connected to 20,000 others. You only use a small fraction of them every day. Imagine how much potential you have right at this moment. Successful people choose to do more and be more. You can do it too. Do not let yourself be lazy, mediocre, and bitter in life. You can always change. What are the thoughts that fill your mind? What do you often think about? Know that they shape your destiny. You attract the things that you always think about. If you always think about money and success, you will attract the good opportunities that will lead you to it. But if you always worry about accidents or sickness, it will manifest in your life the same. So choose to have positive thoughts. Take control. Get rid of all your negative thoughts once and for all. With practice and repetition, your mind will get used to thinking not only positive thoughts. You will become happier and more successful. The author, Brian Tracy, shared his success story. His family was poor. His father did not have a stable job. Brian started working when he was 10 years old. He did different kind of jobs for the neighbors. He moved lawns, rigged dry leaves, and delivered newspapers. Because of these, he was able to buy his own food and clothes. When he was teenager, he was accepted as a dishwasher in a small hotel. He considered himself lucky while scrubbing pots and pans. Brian decided to drop out of high school and just earn money. He worked in lumber factories and construction sites. He also worked in ranches and farms. At 20 years old, he became a salesman. Brian knocked on homes and went from one office to another selling different kinds of products. He was always one sale away from being a homeless man. One night, as he was resting in his boarding house, he thought, why is it that there are salespeople who make plenty of sales while there are those who cannot sell? Why is it that there are very successful people and there are those who are not. The next morning, Brian started a habit that changed his life. It is learning from successful people and applying what he has learned. He took up his courage and asked the number one sales agent in his company, "What is the technique you use to always make people buy?" The agent shared it, and Brian tried it on his own customers. Just like that, he began to sell a lot of products. He also began to read books about selling. He listened to audio lectures and attended sales seminars. Whatever he learned, he made it a point to apply it at once. Because of this new habit, Brian's sales went up. He even got promoted. He became a sales manager. Brian shared everything that he learned to his team members and they improved too. The master program of success. This is quite simple. There is only one idea that dominates the mind of successful people. It is what they want and how to get it. Every minute of every day, successful people think about what they want and how to get it. Because of this, they make the right decisions which take them to their goals. Unsuccessful people, meanwhile, think of the opposite. They always think about why they don't get what they want. In short, their minds are full of blaming and complaining. Who would you rather be? It is your choice. Here is an example of how powerful your thoughts can be. For example, you make it your goal to earn $50,000 every year. You think about this amount all the time and you make yourself productive. Whatever happens to the economy and whatever happens in your office, you will earn that $50,000. Now, what if you make it your goal to earn $100,000? You set your mind to it and you commit yourself to achieve it. Even if you quit your job, move to a new place, or start your own business, you will earn that $100,000. Imagine how amazing your life can be. Think of your biggest dream and think about it all the time. Think of how you can get it. That is your master program to success. The most important habit you need to learn to succeed is self-discipline. It is the ability to make yourself do what you need to do, even if you don't feel like doing it. Like a muscle, your self-discipline grows stronger the more you exercise it. The more self-discipline you have, the more you can change your life. The habits of people who became millionaires. Do your best to earn as much as you can in your career. If you keep the right habits, time will come that you will be a millionaire. By maintaining a positive mind, you will see the many opportunities open for you. In 1990, only 5,000 Americans are millionaires. In 2000, there became more than 5 million American millionaires. There are even multimillionaires and billionaires. All of them earned that much wealth on their own. They did not inherit the money. These millionaires came from different backgrounds. Some of them are well educated, yet they are those who are poor, who received little education. Some of them are even adopted. Then there are immigrants who came to America with nothing. They have no friends and no special skills. They know very little English, yet they improved their lives. They practiced good habits over and over again until finally they succeeded. One good habit you can start is saving. Experts say that humans are creatures of habit. It means we get used to whatever condition we have. If you save 1% of your salary every month, you will get used to living off the 99%. For example, if your monthly salary is $2,000, discipline yourself to save $20. Set it aside right away. Live only on $1,980. You can open up a saving account or have an envelope where you will keep that $20. Forget about your savings. Don't consider it as part of your budget. Don't spend it no matter what. After a few months, you are probably adjusted to a $1,980 budget. You can challenge yourself more and save $40 monthly. Keep on practicing until you can save $200 monthly. In 2 years, you will already have more than $2,400 savings on your bank account. You will become financially independent. The habits that get you paid more and promoted faster. Henry Ford once said that to be successful in life, you need to find out what you are destined to do and then do it. If you love your job, you will be paid more and get promoted. It's as simple as that. This is how you will know if your job or career today is the right one for you. Viktor Frankl, the author of Man's Search for Meaning, said that there are four kinds of jobs. The first is the job which is hard to learn and hard to do. For example, is bookkeeping or accounting. If you are uninterested in numbers or making lists, you will really find it difficult. The job is a mismatch for you. No matter how hard you try, you will not feel fulfillment in it. Second is the job which is hard to learn but easy to do. For example, is flying an aeroplane or programming software. It is a difficult skill to learn, but if you practice it again and again, it will become effortless for you. Third is the job which is easy to learn but hard to do. For example, is chopping woods or digging a ditch. You need to be physically fit to perform well in those tasks. The fourth is a job which is easy to learn and easy to do. This is how you know when a job is perfect for you. Of course, it fits in your natural talents and skills. That is why you find it easy and you give it the best results. Each of us is born with unique abilities. You will surely find that activity which you enjoy and excel at. Make that activity your source of living. Brian Tracy has developed a certain habit which led him to earn more and get promoted fast. It is the habit of asking for more responsibility. He used to work for a big company. Brian started in the lowest rank and he is stuck in a teeny cubicle every day. After several weeks, he became restless. Brian went to his manager and asked for more responsibility. He is getting bored and he wanted more challenge in his task. The manager just nodded and smiled at him. He told Brian that he will think about it. Over the next days, Brian asked for more responsibility every time he has a chance. Eventually, the manager told him that there is something he wants Brian to take care of, even though it is not part of the job description. Brian worked on it at once. He did not waste time. He did his best and submitted the task as soon as he can. The manager is happy about his performance. The Brian asked again for more responsibilities. The manager entrusted more tasks to him. As usual, Brian did it as efficiently as he can. One day a big project arrived at the manager's desk. He asked Brian if he would like to take charge of it. The truth is that Brian has never handled something like that before, but he gave his best performance anyway. More big projects followed after that. 1 year after starting the asking for more responsibility habit, Brian got promoted. He had 3 teams working under him. He got a large office with a beautiful view. His income doubled and then tripled. Brian became the go-to guy in his company. Because of that, he was able to buy a new house and a new cool car. All these came from asking for more tasks, doing it well and fast. Habits of top business people. Clarity is one of the best habits you can have in your business. You should be clear about your missions and purposes. What is it you like to achieve? What do you want to give to the customers? How much profit do you want to earn? If you have a clear set of goals, then you will make the right decisions to reach them. For example, the mission of the company AT&T is to bring telephone services to every American. This was the mission of AT&T for 100 years and the company succeeded. On your own business, you can set the goal of supplying customers with the best product and service, which will yield profits increase of 15% every year. You have to be clear about how much you want to gain and when. In this way, you will not be off track. Habits of personal effectiveness. High income, fulfilling job, good health, loving family, leisure time. All of these can be yours. You don't have to compromise one for another. Effective people have adopted effective habits which make them perform well in all aspects of their life. Take for example, John, who used to be a client of Brian Tracy. In his advanced coaching and mentoring program, he promised John and everyone else that they can double their income while also doubling their time off from work. John personally did not believe at first. She thought that it's impossible. How can you double your income by doing less work? Johnny worked for a financial company. She is at the office 12 hours daily from Monday to Saturday. She admits that she does not spend enough time with her husband and two kids. Johnny felt so stressed. The worst thing is that she feels that there is no way out. When she consulted this to Brian, the first thing he did was to let Johnny make a list. This is the list of all the tasks that Johnny needed to accomplish in a month. She listed 16 tasks in total. Brian asked, "What is the task that you did all the day will give the biggest contribution to your company?" And so Johnny picked up the most valuable task. After that, Brian made her pick most important task number 2 and 3 priority wise. Johnny highlighted those 3 tasks on her lists. Without looking at them, Brian said that these 3 tasks is 90% of the Johnny's responsibility. It means that the other 13 tasks on the remaining 10% are actually irrelevant. They can be assigned or outsourced to the other people. Johnny thought about it and she realized that Brian was right. She talked to her boss and asked for help. Johnny explained that if she could focus her time and effort on these 3 major tasks, then she will be highly effective. Her boss agreed. Because of this, Johnny performed better at work. She delivered those 3 tasks with excellence. After 2 months, she was albeit cut down her work schedule. Johnny now works at the normal 8 hours daily from Monday to Friday. Indeed, her productivity and income doubled. Her time for her husband and kids doubled too. Habits for getting along well with others. There are 3 great habits you can learn to improve all your relationships. The first is habit of acceptance. This is very important, especially to your parents, spouse and children. Love them the way they are. Accept their weaknesses. Don't set conditions for them to feel your love. Just being as they should be enough. A simple expression of acceptance is a smile. Every time you see a person who is important to you, just a smile. This means that you are just happy to see your loved ones. The second habit for good relationship is gratitude. Always say thank you. Start each day by appreciating that you are healthy, you have a job, you have food, and your family is safe. Be thankful for your spouse for preparing your breakfast. Be thankful for your children for making them homework. Say thank you to anyone who did a favor to you. The third habit is giving compliments. You make people happier and more positive by giving compliments. They feel better. There happens a boomerang effect because you send positive energy and vibes to the other people. You become happy as well. Give compliments on the qualities and the appearance of other people. Compliment on their punctuality or their hard work. Compliment on their clothes or car or briefcase. Admire their homes or their children. Of course, compliment with sincerity. If you make this habit, you will see how positive your days will become. The habits for health and well-being. Do you want to have a slim body which is free of all diseases? Brian Tracy has simple advice. That is to avoid the 3 white poisons. They are too much sugar, salt and white flour. John is an office worker from Florida. He is a fan of Brian Tracy. John wrote a letter to Brian one day. He said that he has attended the seminars of Brian and listened to his audio lectures for years. He applied all the Brian's advice, and because of that, his life was completely transformed from rags to riches. John became the top manager in his company and a millionaire after 10 years of hard work. However, he wants to consult one more problem to Brian. John is overweight. He tried all kinds of diet, but they just did not work. And then John heard about the 3 white poisons from Brian's audio lectures. He studied it and followed the guidelines strictly. In just 3 months, John lost 20 pounds. He became fit and active. His self-esteem got better as well. John brought a whole new wardrobe. Just by eliminating sugar, salt and white flour from his diet, many changes happened in his life. It is better to remove all kinds of processed food and fast food from your diet. They are high in salt and fat. Avoid soft drinks and too much dessert as well. They are high in sugar. Bread and pastries are made from white flour as compared to whole grain. White flour almost has no nutrients. The fiber, vitamins, and minerals in the wheat is removed in the process, so it's better to choose whole grain. Make vegetables and fruits the major part of your diet. Eat plenty of beans and lentils as well. If you do so, you can prevent many diseases like diabetes, obesity, heart diseases, and cancer, etc. The habits of character and leadership. How do you want people to remember you? The habit of thinking about your eulogy or obituary can help you develop good character today. You want people to say good things about you when you leave this world, and so you need to do good deeds others as you can. Alfred Nobel is the founder of Nobel Prize. A long time ago, something happened to him which changed his life. His brother died. The newspaper in his court home made a mistake. They put Alfred Nobel's name in the obituary instead of his brother. Many people thought that Alfred has died. He is a chemist and an inventor. He created dynamites. In the obituary, Alfred Nobel is remembered as a man who invented gunpowder, which is cause for wars and many deaths all over the world. This mistake became a wake-up call for Alfred. It was as if he has been given a glimpse of his future. He does not want to be remembered as an evil person, and so he started to do many good deeds. That is so that when his time has come, good words will be written in the obituary. In his successful career, Alfred has gained a lot of wealth. He does not have an heir, and so he decided to establish the Nobel Prize. Each year, an awardee will be chosen as the champion for peace, literature, science, kind of categories. The awardee will be given high recognition and prize money. Because of that mistaken identity, the obituary, Alfred Nobel became a better person. His legacy is felt all throughout the world until today. Another good habit is reading biographies of successful people. You will learn how they improved their character and how they became the best in their field. You will be inspired of how they started and eventually became extraordinary. With your habit of reading, you will also change your life. You will absorb the values that these successful people have. If you keep on practicing what you learned, time will come when you will become successful like them. Conclusion. You learned about the power of thoughts. You learned about the importance of habits. You learned about the habits which will make you become a millionaire. Successful people are not only financially wealthy, they are also wealthy in terms of good health, loving relationships, and fulfilling career. In this book, you learned habits to help you improve every aspect of your life. Now it's time that you apply everything to you learned, and it's time to start the $1 million habits. Practice them and repeat. You may find it difficult at first, but it will be easier once you get used to it. These habits will soon become effortless to you. Remember that each time you practice the habits, the more closer you are to becoming a millionaire. Thank you. So I hope you will like this audiobook summary, and please keep supporting us. Like and subscribe this video and share it to your friends, and press the bell icon for all the upcoming videos. Thank you.